All right, welcome back to a brand new video of the targeted individual program, targeted individual experience, the cowards and their threats. That's what this video is going to be about. See, when you have those who are in positions of power, who think that they can prey on young black men, right? Who they can try to villainize, right? Criminalize in ways in which, those in the community, particularly elder black people, who should understand, but they don't, okay? And again, this is where the role of religion comes in. Religion plays a big role in the indoctrination and the masking of the white supremacist manipulative tactics and practices against black people. And so what religion has done and what white racists have done is to use religion as a tool to pacify black people, to villainize those who they fear, okay? And there's I forgot who said this, but it was a black person. He said, in America, these white racists, they target us when we're young. This is why they remove the older black people who fought in the civil rights, who understand what sacrifice is, sacrificing some things for the next generation to benefit. And like I said, white people have never took offense to black people civil rights struggle in America, black Americans' civil rights struggle. White people have took offense to that because black Americans showed the world just how wicked and evil white people in America can be towards black people. And so they have always held a grudge against black Americans. This is why they created this tribalism mindset within particularly black immigrants when they come to America, right? Now, I came here when I was pretty young, right? So that sort of indoctrination didn't hold in my mind. A lot of these Sambos out here, it look like me and you, but that's what they are, Sambos. They're turncoats, all right? So I came here when I was very young. And one of the things that I understand growing up, right? Didn't matter I was from another country. Didn't matter I was an immigrant. They didn't see me as such, right? They saw me as a young black man, as a threat. I going to school in the 80s, going to high school, understanding, seeing the police, these white police officers, stopping us for no reason, searching us, okay? For no reason, because they could. You don't see that going on in white communities. You don't see black police officers, right, pulling up in front of schools that's predominantly white, searching white kids. You don't see that. America is white, and again, and these Sambos, they grew up dealing with the same thing, but they're still Sambos. So they still turn out to be Sambos. Yeah. Right? You gotta understand that. Anyhow, I'm gonna pause. I'll come right back. I get some change for the bus. All right. So, I remember what it was like, and we tend to forget. Right? But this, with me, that's why I tell my sons, particularly my oldest son, when he was a teenager, I told him, I said, listen, if any cops pull you over, you tell them that you do not consent to any search. You let them know that you understand your rights, that you know your rights, and what they're doing is illegal, and they're violating your rights. Okay? It's interesting how, as teenagers, our parents never taught us that. Okay? Our parents never said to us as we were young boys, hey, if you get stopped by the cops, exercise your rights. They never taught us that. Okay? Because you see, what white people have done in America is put fear in the minds of black people. All right. Now fast forward to now, you know, for the past 2 decades, it's not just me, but others, my twin brother, targeted for like almost 30 years, 3 decades. You know, and those within the black community, you know, they go along with this agenda, this narrative. Okay, and we know that the white racists on the police force, what they're about. We know that. Okay, we know that they don't care about black people. Black men are black, and black women. And I'm not speaking for all, but the vast majority of them don't. This is why they'll pull you over, plant drugs in your vehicle or what have you, or if you exercise your right, you know, they'll find some shit to charge you with. We see it. We see the video even in their own body cam, because they don't care. All right, so there's a young man who acted in self-defense and killed one of the white racist cops. All right, and I think they found him guilty. I had saved the video because I want to watch it later. But here's a young man who was unjustly stopped by a police officer, right? And again, I don't know the full details, but I gotta go look at the video. And I'm like, okay, so how come this hasn't made national news? Right? But you see, if it's a white cop killing a black person, you know, yeah, they'll show that, right? They will show that, because they love to show white cops killing black people. And yes, we get angry, but we don't retaliate. And this is why they keep doing what they're doing. Okay? All right. Tell you guys what just happened. So I'm walking, I see the word KLL right there in the vehicle, and then my eyes just glanced over to this vehicle, Texas license plate, right? And again, I want you to understand what it is that they're trying to do and how they're trying to manipulate me. So it's not working. It's not working. See, understand, what I'm trying to show you guys also is how they can radicalize people, right? And they can and they radicalize us not to do the racist white individuals harm, as they radicalize white men to do harm to black people, right? To walk into supermarkets and kill black people, walk into stores and kill black people, walk into churches and kill black people. But they radicalize us to kill each other. Okay? They radicalize us to kill each other. All right, so no, not gonna work. Like I said, I study what it is that they're doing, figuring it out and exposing it, so that others would know exactly what it is that they're doing. All right? So, again, this is their agenda, and this is what they do. All right? And they try to be slick about it. Okay, and the Sambos fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. And that's okay. That's okay, because guess what? Things are about to get a whole lot worse for us black people in America. So you see when they're walking around acting oblivious to the truth, is because they are oblivious to the truth. That they've been fed lies and they believe the lies. So when things get worse for them, they're going to always remember me. Okay? Yeah, they can be mad all they want. The Sambos are a threat, right? Nigger peers are a threat to black people in America and black people everywhere. And we gotta expose them and make them understand what it is that they do.